Hi, precious heart. What a very powerful blessing it is for all of us to be able to join together on this exceptionally unique day. The beings of light are sharing with us that the activity of light that we are being called to accomplish today and the support we are receiving from all realms of light throughout the whole of creation are truly beyond the comprehension of our finite minds. This is an activity of light that involves this unique moment that we are experiencing. And of course, the equinox is always a powerful portal of light. This year, it is being embraced in a very powerful eclipse series. And in 2025, we are receiving rare alignments throughout all systems of worlds that are adding to the light of the earth in ways that we have not previously experienced. We are working in the eternal moment of now. So, whenever you're able to watch this activity of light or participate in it, it will be as though you were here with us and all of the light workers around the world who have joined with us today, experiencing the full divine momentum of this opportunity. As we all know, there are a lot of confusing and difficult things manifesting in the outer world. And for this sacred moment, we're being asked to just set those aside because all of the difficult challenges that we are experiencing and witnessing in the outer world are just the residue of our old human miscreations being pushed to the surface so that we can transmute them back into light. None of them exist in any way on the wondrous new earth that we have been called to co-create. This day is going to be dedicated to anchoring and expanding the patterns of that new earth. 2025 has been heralded as the year rather, of unique awakening and manifestation. The beings of light said there are literally billions of people on this planet that are a breath away from awakening and remembering who they are and why they are here as beloved children of God, bringing forth the ascension process and the transfiguration of this blessed planet into her full glorious expression as a fifth dimensional crystalline solar earth in all of her wondrous perfection. In 2024, there was an activity of light that assisted the masses of humanity, including each and every one of the sons and daughters of God, expressing in various ways in the physical plane of earth, to activate and reclaim our divine potential through our creative faculties of thought and feeling and our physical senses of sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, and even intuition and imagination. When we fell into the abyss of separation and duality, we lost the ability to express the higher patterns in the multidimensional expressions of our being. And when those expressions, those higher abilities to tap into those glorious patterns became dormant, we started looking at the outer realm and just focusing on the distortion that we were experiencing. And the beings of light said that the sons and daughters of God, even the most uh, evolved or expanded consciousness of light workers in embodiment on earth, when we were asked to describe the most wondrous new earth that we could envision, we would say things like, there's no poverty, there's no war, there's no hunger or disease or pain or suffering. There's no aging, there's no pollution, and the planet Earth is expressing the wonders of the elemental kingdom. And the beings of light said, no matter how glorious our vision was, we were merely taking us back to what the earth was prior to our fall from grace. They said, what is available to us and what we will be co-creating in the fifth dimensional crystalline new earth was beyond anything that we could comprehend with our finite minds and our dormant faculties of DNA. But now all of that has shifted and those patterns have changed. In 2024, once the activation took place of our creative faculties and thought and feeling, elevated to the ability for us to tap in to the multidimensional oneness and awareness of who we are. We were ready for a cleansing in the psychic astral realm. And in the latter part of 2024, there was a 40-day purging process that we all co-created through this channel and the work of Adi and all of her wondrous expressions of light who are joining us today, incidentally, from Prague and energetically supporting us. On 11/11 in 2024, we began a 40-day purging process with the most intensified frequencies of the fifth dimensional crystalline violet flame of cosmic forgiveness that the earth had ever experienced. Lightworkers around the world, with the support of the entire company of heaven, day after day after day, invoked this sacred light and transmuted the negativity that had formed the distorted psychic astral realm of illusion around the planet. That particular frequency of light was a human miscreation that over eons of time became so dense and so dark that it actually blocked the light coming into the planet. And when people go through the near-death experience or used to go through the near-death experience, they would pass through what we knew and what they observed as a tunnel of light into the light, a dark tunnel. They'd move through a dark tunnel into the light. And what the beings of light revealed to us, that this dark tunnel was the psychic astral realm. And what the psychic astral realm of illusion is an accumulation of all of the negative thoughts, words, actions, and feelings that humanity has released or expressed through our faculties of thought and feeling and our physical senses that were not based in love. And it became denser and denser until the beings of light, it had reached an almost tar-like substance. And this is the realm that we understand now that people were perceiving as hell. And when we leave the physical plane, we are magnetized into our like vibration. So where the whole misconcept of hell came from is that when people were leaving the physical plane, passing through this dark tunnel, if they had expressed a lot of negativity in their light, they would sometimes get pulled in to this psychic astral realm. And sometimes they felt trapped there for very long periods of time. But that was never their divine plan. And whenever that occurred, Archangel Michael would send his legions of power and protection, and his angelic beings would tell these souls, you're trapped here, This is not where you're supposed to be. Come with me and I'll take you in to the higher schools of learning. Some of the souls sometimes were so mischievous that they didn't want to move into the light. They wanted to stay in the psychic astral realm and literally wreak havoc on the physical plane of Earth. And so that is the dimension that we were being asked to transmute and purify, because the masses of humanity had finally reached a frequency of vibration where we could draw an intense enough frequency of cosmic forgiveness to purge this psychic astral realm. And it's the reason it's important for us to understand that today is because it'll help us recognize the magnitudes of what is happening now. This dense psychic astral realm was like if we could envision that even though it was a dimension that we didn't see physically, it was like us living in a deep, dark cloud of black smoke. And the light from all of the alignments, from the beings of light in the heavenly realms, from all of the, of the equinoxes and solstices and eclipses, would gradually pass through, little by little, through this dense realm. But we were not able to receive the maximum intensity of that light. It all helped a little bit. Every bit of light helped. But we received very diminished frequencies of light compared to what was actually available to us and what the company of heaven was trying to assist us with. Well, what took place during this 40-day purging process after our DNA, our multidimensional abilities of our thoughts and feelings, and our physical senses were greatly elevated, we were able to magnetize literally the light of 1,000 suns with the violet flame of cosmic forgiveness. And the beings of light said we successfully, during that 40-day purging process, transmuted this dense tar-like realm around the earth into a transparent gossamer veil of light. So the tunnel, the dark energy no longer exists. It has been transmuted back into light. It is not a coincidence. This has been part of the divine plan. Each and every one of us in embodiment at this time have been preparing to accomplish this victory for this cosmic moment. And the completion of that purging took place on the December solstice, December 21st in 2024. Moving into the new year, this is a year declared is a year of unique awakening and manifestation. And the activities of light that we are receiving now from these global, rare alignments that are taking place throughout the whole of creation, the light is now flowing through this transparent gossamer veil in ways that we have never been able to experience before. And we are awakening and raising up in frequencies. The energies that are pouring into the planet through this rare eclipse series, this powerful full moon that took place on March 13th and is building in momentum through the equinox, the balance of day and night, which is a cosmic and celestial reset for us, building in momentum until March 29th for the solar eclipse that we will experience at that time. It is providing for us patterns for the new earth and frequencies of light that we're going to be able to secure through humanity's awakening DNA, through our newly activated 12 fifth dimensional crystalline solar strands of DNA, so that these patterns for the new earth can begin tangibly manifesting. This unique awakening is occurring for all of us, and there are, as the beings of light said, now billions. There's 8.5 billion souls on this planet. Billions of the sons and daughters of God in all of their various expressions of life in this physical plane, standing in readiness to allow their I am presence and their DNA to be activated, and for them to move into their full divine potential as sons and daughters of God in this expression of the new heaven and the new earth. Our wonderful musician, Kristen, is going to be participating with us, and she'll be singing Mother Earth's clarion song to us. There is elation flowing through the heavenly realms that we have all finally reached this cosmic moment. And during this time and this sacred day, these patterns flowing in, awakening the elemental kingdom, activating the electromagnetic particles and waves of life through the core of purity and every atomic and subatomic particle and wave of life. That is including this activation into the potential of this new earth through our core of purity in our physical, etheric, mental, and emotional bodies, through the entire elemental kingdom, and through the strata, mental, emotional, physical, and etheric strata of Mother Earth. This is a quantum shift that is taking place within us today, moving forward into the new heaven and the new earth. What the beings of light want us to hear through all levels of consciousness this sacred and holy day is through this collective body of consciousness that we have now reached, unifying heaven and earth. The light has already won. Beloved Mother Earth, in all of her resplendent glory, as the fifth dimensional crystalline solar new earth, is pulsating in the realms of cause. Once something is God victoriously accomplished in the realms of cause, nothing can prevent it from eventually manifesting in the outer world of form, which is the world of effects. The only variable is how long that will take, and that is up to you and me and the rest of awakening humanity. As we breathe our holy breath and express these patterns, the wonderful expression of Mother Earth that we will hear through this sacred song and all of her infinite perfection today, as we breathe these patterns into the physical plane, they are anchored and secured in the core of purity, in the fifth dimensional perfection of a tangible new earth. And as this occurs, when we reach critical mass, nothing can prevent the infinite perfection of this light from manifesting in the world of form. And we will transcend and complete all of the purging and clearing that's going on. One of the powerful words of encouragement I want to mention to you today before we participate in this glorious activity of light with this music and the vision of the new earth is that the beings of light want us to know that nothing is happening by accident. And all of this chaos, all of this discord, all of this corruption, this abuse of power, all of the interference that is being pushed to the surface that we are observing in the outer world is not only coming up to be purged and cleansed, but it is serving as a catalyst to awaken humanity out of our complacency, our asleep brothers and sisters, the recalcitrant brothers and sisters who are deliberately fighting tooth and nail to prevent us from moving forward in the light so they can maintain their power. All of the things they're doing, it's creating fear in the asleep souls. In the light workers and the awakened humanity, it is empowering them to invoke the light. And even though people are dealing with fear and confusion because of what's happening, it is cracking open their hearts in a way that their I am presence is able to flood them with the compassion and with the love and with the comfort that the awakened light workers are invoking on their behalf. The company of heaven, this sacred and holy day, is gathering up every electron of precious life energy that is being expended by the sons and daughters of God in all of their various expressions embodied on earth. And that light is being transmuted by the power and might of 1,000 suns using the violet flame of God's infinite perfection and cosmic forgiveness. And this light is being woven into this collective chalice, a cup of humanity's consciousness. It is through this chalice, this sacred and holy day, that the patterns of perfection that have been beyond the ability of our comprehensive divine love to reach through our finite minds is now being reached through our elevated and creative faculties of thought and feeling. So know that there is a magnificent chalice of light cradling this planet through all of those participating consciously in this moment from all over the world. And from the I am presence, we are one. There is a universal law that the call for assistance must come from the realm where the assistance is needed. The company of heaven cannot do this for us. They can only enhance our efforts through our heart call. But those of us embodied in the physical plane have the absolute ability through our God self, through our I am presence, to invoke the light of God on behalf of every person on this planet through their I am presence, because we are one and there is no separation. When we simply say, I am my I am presence, we instantaneously are connected with the multidimensional expression of our highest divine potential. And when we say, I am my I am presence, and I am one with the I am presence of every child of God on earth, instantaneously our I am presence sends a ray of light, a starburst of light flowing from our I am presence into the heart of the I am presence of every person on earth, alerting that I am presence, that light is being invoked on their behalf. Then we invoke our light and they receive that same light that we're invoking. However, the I am presence is in charge of guiding and directing the divine plan. So the I am presence accepts that infinite light from the heart of our Father, Mother, God, and utilizes it in perfect alignment with that person's divine plan and their very highest good. So by invoking our light on behalf of everyone, we enhance their awakening. We enhance their ability to add to the light of the world in their own individualized and unique ways. So as we accomplish that now, in this cosmic moment, we are going to listen to this beautiful song. And our beloved Kristen is going to explain it to you as we move through this so you'll understand the profound gift this beautiful piece of music is for our Mother Earth, for the entire elemental kingdom, and for all life belonging to or serving Mother Earth during this cosmic moment of her rebirth and freedom. Mother Earth is becoming a fifth dimensional crystalline solar being of light, and victory is ours. Please go into the divinity of your heart flame now, and our beloved Kristen will share with you.
friends, what a great honor to be with each and every one of you on this sacred day of equinox. I want to say a huge thank you for the wisdom and the light that was just shared by our beloved Patricia. Wow, I'm feeling the depth, the power, that light burst that she was speaking of at this important moment in our rising, in our awakening together. And as you've been experiencing the videos of Marati, it is time now to share a little bit about the genesis of this song, which was brought through to as an encoding so that you can tap in and receive the codes of divine origin, Mother Earth, as well as listen to the piece and actually assist her in her rising at this very important moment. So how did this piece come to be? Well, I think almost all of you know Adele Lambourne, aka Addie. And I think she's listening right now, so sending waves of love and appreciation. Addie contacted me, I think it was early November, so just before this 40-day period of cleansing that Patricia spoke about. And Addie began to share about in her travels through the realms that even since she was a little girl, she has always known the divine origin being of Mother Earth as Marati. And she literally said to me, I'm going to read what Marati means. In Addie's words, Marati is a cosmic sound, vibration, and language. It is ancient and eternal. Each syllable is a sacred tone that creates. Ma is the vibration of the element of water, the mother of life on this planet. Ra is the holy vibration of the solar light. Va is the powerful element of air. And T indicates divine feminine in creation. So as I am sharing this piece, feel this elemental experience of Marati, just as we have soul bodies and spirit bodies, so does our beloved Mother Earth. We are looking at her right behind me, and so often we think of Mother Earth as this physical being or planet, and I think many of us forget, I know I have in the past, that actually there is so much more dimension to this living cosmic spirit being, Marati, Mother Earth. So today we are honoring her, we are giving our thanks, and we will be also offering to her, offering our gratitude, offering our support, so that at this powerful time, she can rise as we are rising. Once I heard about what is Marati from Addie, Addie said, Kristen, I've gotten the message that you are going to be bringing through this piece. And she said, I've heard all of the beings of light singing. I can feel it, Marati, and I know you're going to receive it. And so I said, wow, Addie, this is such an incredible, I feel this. Yes. And at the end of the 40 days of detox and cleansing, which Patricia was speaking about, right following the solstice, as things got very quiet, I always love that the end of the year, things get very quiet, and I find that it is a really potent time for deep listening and receiving sonic codes. So I went into my studio, and I didn't try to create this sonic piece from here, from the mind. It was a process of deep listening, reception. so that I was receiving, what does Marati want to come through? What are the beings of light asking me to hear at this time, so that we can truly capture as authentically as possible these codes, so that as you are listening at any time, you are receiving these codes of light. So I went into this process of listening, and over about a 2-week period, Marati came through. It was so exciting. On the first day of the new year, I sent the recording to Addie, and we have been literally jumping, bursting with joy at what came through since then. And I know many of you have already had a chance to listen and practice with the piece in your own spaces, and go out into nature and share the piece with Mother Earth in your own way. And it's just such an honor to share today. So I'm going to sing the piece live for you. And as you are listening, go deep into, maybe close your eyes, go deep into your heart. Feel Mother Earth, feel our beloved Marati. Feel this new earth rising. Maybe a memory comes forward of a time in nature where you have felt deeply connected. Call that forward in your heart. Give thanks. Show your support and receive the nourishment of Marati. Here we go. Maravati, Breathe that in. Take a deep breath. And exhale. And once again, let's breathe in the music, the encoding. And exhale. I want to offer my infinite gratitude to Adi for her vision that began this whole beautiful reception process, and also to all the beings of light. As this piece was coming through, I felt, I could almost see and feel the other realms, the beings of light, singing with me. And just now I was reminded of that, because as I was singing, I was feeling again all of the beings singing with me, with you, with all of the beings of light on this planet, the sons and daughters of Mother Earth, Marati. We are here at this sacred time. As Patricia shared, there is no coincidence. If we are able to stay tuned into this higher resonance of light that we are, that our precious planet and spirit Marati is, if we can keep ourselves lifted and attuned to our unique missions at this time, we will all continue to hold this light and rising in a most sacred way together. And we will all receive the healing blessing of Marati, the nourishment of the earth, as we nourish her at this time. So again, I encourage you, maybe later today, maybe under the night sky, take this piece out into her elements and play it out loud. Sing, get in touch with your own voice. It's so important to use our own voices. Sing along. The words are not hard. So just enjoy using this encoding to connect you deeper to Marati. And on a practical note, today the song released in stores worldwide, so you can find it on your favorite streaming platforms. And if you're looking to download the song so that you can listen offline or in nature, you can do that on my Bandcamp page, which is Kristen Hoffman with 2 N's at the end. I'll spell that KristinHoffmann.bandcamp, BANDCAMP.com. And you'll find it there, and you're able to download the song so that you can actually bring it out into nature. And I know that Adi has also made the beautiful video that you saw right before I came on downloadable for free as well. So please dive in, use this powerful tool. I think there's nothing more powerful than music to serve as a catalyst and a potent carrier at this time for the codes of our awakening. Music immediately gets us into a much higher vibration. So listen consciously, listen often, send your love, and receive the medicine of the music. Blessings. Thank you again, Patricia. It's such a great honor to weave with you. You have changed my life. I just wanted to say at this moment, when I first met Patricia a few years ago, I noticed a definite shift in my own path, a trust into my mission, a dialogue with my guides and the realms, which has gotten so much stronger. And I just want to bow in gratitude to you, Patricia. It's such an honor to weave with you. And I look forward to many more times of sharing. So blessings to all. Thank you so much for being a part of this incredible time on our planet at this sacred moment. Together we're doing something mystical, magical, and truly light. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen. That was just exquisite. This is such an incredibly wondrous time, and so many powerful things are taking place. And one thing that I want to stress at this time, because I know everybody's aware of these wonderful energies, and they observe what's going on in the outer world, and there are a whole lot of sharings and channelings and information that talks about the light workers and moving forward in the light and the different waves of light workers that are moving forward. And I'll tell you that that has been going on since I've been here eons ago, even in this physical body. And we've consistently heard about the new heaven and the new earth and the old earth passing away, and so many people not making the shift. And there's a lot of information now that's talking about that as the outer world is observed, and whether it's called the Cabal or the Illuminati or the Dark Elite or the Deep State or whatever the terminology is for the people that have been acting out in abhorrent ways to manipulate and control and dominate. And they're talking about those will be left behind and the light workers are going to be moving forward, and that there's a shift taking place in the timeline, which is, that shift is absolutely true, that that's taking place. But I want to share with you, and let this resonate in your heart flame, is that each and every one of us in embodiment at this time volunteered to be here, and we were selected to be here because of the billions and billions of souls that volunteered to be here at this time. We were chosen because the beings of light thought that we had a better chance of succeeding in this phase of the mission by focusing on the light in the face of all of the adversity that would be released and pitted against us. And the beings of light said, and I want you to hear this, the greatest privilege and honor of any being in any level of evolution throughout the whole of creation is physical embodiment on planet Earth during this cosmic moment. And all of our sisters and brothers that are acting out adversely, that are recalcitrant and still asleep and deliberately misbehaving, are our sisters and brothers. And we are here because we did not want them to be left behind. And we have been getting every bit of support and assistance we need so that they will not be left behind, even though we keep hearing the time is short for the complete transition into the new earth, and it is. But the billions of souls on the verge of awakening that the beings of light are saying are a breath away, are that close to awakening. And during this time, when we're going to see some really ugly, awful things being pushed to the surface for purging, as we're seeing now, some totally self-obsessed, selfish, greedy, corrupt things happening in the outer world, heartless things, hateful things, mean things. Every one of those beings is one of our sisters and brothers that we volunteered to come here to hold the sacred space for their unique awakening so that they would not be left behind. And what the beings of light are asking all of us to do at this time is, when those things are brought to our attention in the outer world, and even in just our knowing that they're happening, instead of separating ourselves, instead of saying, okay, they're going to be left behind, I'm just focusing on the light, we are being asked to realize that these are our sisters and brothers, like a traumatized little child that doesn't know any better, that is fighting tooth and nail because they think they're not going to exist if they don't. And for us to think of these souls as precious children that are acting out adversely because they're terrified, because they're afraid, because they don't know any better in their level of consciousness, and they are fighting to exist. And for us, through our I am presence, to take these precious ones into the divinity of our heart, where is the full divine momentum of the infinite light of God that is invincible and invulnerable to any outside negative influence, and to flood all of these precious ones with so much love and so much light that they feel inspired to release themselves into the love of God and the full embrace of their own I am presence. We have the ability to do this now in ways we never did before, because the tar-like psychic astral realm that has blocked the light and allowed them to perpetuate that ignorance and that abhorrent behavior has been transmuted into a gossamer-like veil. And now these rare alignments, some of them that haven't happened for 800 years, 1200 years, 400,000 years, are taking place this year. And now the light of God from all of these celestial alignments, from this eclipse series, from this equinox and the solstices and the full moons and the new moons and all of the other activities of light. In Easter, in April, we have the full momentum of Passover and Easter and Earth Day and all of the other celebrations that take place. All of those are adding to the light of the world and being greatly amplified now that they are not being impeded by the psychic astral realm. And the light from the beings of light are now able to reach us in frequencies that the company of heaven said is 1,000-fold over anything we've experienced before. So we have the ability to succeed, not doing this for them, but taking them into our hearts and loving them so much, not paying attention to how ignorant, how heartless, how bad their behavior is, but thinking of them as children, battered, uninformed, ignorant, that don't know, that don't understand. And I'm not saying for us to feel superior to them, but rather they have this magnificent presence of light, just like we do, and they just have forgotten. So our love is to raise them in vibration, to get their heads above the mud puddle of the human miscreations in their own lives enough that they can awaken with this momentum of unique awakening that's taking place this year, so that they can begin manifesting. So instead of us feeling like we're moving forward in the light and millions of us will be left behind, if that's the case, then we have not completed the mission we volunteered to come here for. We are moving forward in the light. And as we are lifted up, all life is lifted up with us. This is a year of unique awakening. And now, through this beautiful expression of the new earth, we are all moving forward, and this beautiful music will assist. As we close today, we're going to listen to a beautiful and watch a beautiful video that is called The New Earth. This is a meditation that was given to humanity decades ago that lightworkers have been empowering and building in the realms of cause. And it was the foundation of the new crystalline earth that has now been God victoriously completed in the realms of cause. So listen to the words of this beautiful meditation, but realize along with it as well as that your creative faculties of thought and feeling and your physical senses have now been elevated, and you are tapping in to new patterns of perfection that have been beyond our imagination until this cosmic moment, that are going to be encoded and woven through your newly activated DNA into this vision that is on this beautiful video that Adi created for us. So please go within to the divinity of your heart, experience this video, listen carefully to the words, and know that every one of our sisters and brothers and all of the expressions of our sisters and brothers in embodiment in the physical plane of earth are working with us now, experiencing within the divinity of our heart flame all of the love of our Father, Mother, God, that they need to awaken them uniquely to their individualized divine plan. And we now go to the video. As I breathe in deeply, I go within to the divinity of my heart flame. My heart chakra is open to full breath, and I am now experiencing the infinite gratitude and eternal peace of God flowing through my heart flame and expanding into the heart flames of every man, woman, and child on earth. I realize that as the eternal peace and infinite gratitude of my Father, Mother, God lift me up, all life is being lifted up with me. My Father, Mother, God are blessing me in appreciation for my willingness to be the open door for this sacred gift of light on behalf of humanity and all life evolving on Mother Earth. I am now reaching into a new octave of my godhood, and my Father, Mother, God are able to easily move through me. My eyes become blazing rays of light through which the light of God blesses all life. My hands become mighty conductors of God's healing power. My lips become the instruments through which God's words are formed and directed into the physical plane of earth. My feet walk the path of light. My life force is the vehicle through which God enters the world to love and serve all life. Now, with every breath I take, eternal peace and infinite gratitude are being integrated into every facet of who I am. As this occurs, I begin to see with new eyes and hear with new ears. A vision of the new earth is now appearing before me, and I am able to understand more consciously than ever before the monumental moment unfolding on this blessed planet. It is a wondrous time. Great changes are taking place everywhere on earth. In my mind's eye, I see that the earth is becoming a planet of exquisite beauty and harmony. Her majestic mountains, daisy-splattered meadows, billowing clouds, golden desert sands, and sky-blue waters are beginning to once again reflect their exquisite beauty. Birds are singing. Children and animals are playing. Men and women live, love, and work together in harmony, peace, respect, and acceptance. The sun is shining, and gentle rays kiss the ground with sweet blessings. It is a time of transfiguration, for unto earth is dawning the age of oneness and divine love. Our Father, Mother, God, and the company of heaven see that all nations of earth, from east, west, north, and south, are developing emissaries of light. These precious light workers from all nations, religions, races, cultures, and creeds are joining together to contemplate, study, research, learn, and explore viable solutions that will improve the quality of life for all life evolving on this sweet earth. Within the divinity of every person's heart flame, they know that the new earth will not just happen. It will begin within the heart and mind of each person and be co-created through our heart-based thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. Our beloved godparents are observing the awakening taking place within the hearts and minds of humanity. They witness peacemakers embracing the combatants of the warring nations in an invincible force field of comprehensive divine love. This force field of divine love is softening the hearts of the combatants. A new level of oneness and reverence for all life is awakening within the deepest recesses of their heart flames. New, positive ways of solving their differences begin to flow into their conscious minds. They realize that divine reason and practical negotiations are far more effective than arms. The leaders of nations begin seeing, understanding, and talking to each other. They join hearts, minds, souls, and strengths for the benefit of all humanity. The visionaries, the souls who are the architects for the earth's transfiguration, are actively working toward the highest good for all concerned. They hold the immaculate concept for Mother Earth and all life abiding upon her. They do not see the limiting illusions of humanity's miscreations. They peer beyond the veils and mists of doubt and uncertainty and pierce the walls of time. Our Father, Mother, God observe the awakening taking place on earth and rejoice in the truth that humanity is beginning to remember our oneness with all life. Through humanity's unified efforts, hunger, disease, ignorance, war, and suffering are eliminated. Each person is co-creating a rich, fulfilling life. Greed, corruption, and the wealth and power of the few at the expense of the masses is no longer a viable option. A new level of understanding is awakening the profound truth within every soul that the infinite abundance of God is humanity's divine birthright. A consciousness of right thinking, feeling, speaking, and acting among all people is assuring the fulfillment of the divine plan for planet Earth and all of her inhabitants. The flame of divinity that blazes within every precious person is expanding in size and brilliance. People are living in harmony and peace with each other and their planetary home. They are revering all life and honoring the resources of Earth. Now, the majestic angel of renewal and restoration descends into the atmosphere of Earth. With the assistance of this magnificent being of light, the emissaries of light from all over the world travel to every land, touch every nation, and bless all people by spreading the word of the dawning age of oneness and divine love, and the birth of the new earth. Fragrances of the light of truth blossom wherever their footsteps fall. A clarion call sounds, and a mighty trumpet reverberates throughout the universe, calling all great beings of the cosmos to come and see the miracle taking place on Earth. These great ones behold humanity, experiencing an awakening into God awareness. This new level of divine consciousness is reflected in every person's life through their heart-based thoughts, feelings, words, and behavior patterns. The rejoicing is tremendous. The heavens ring with the songs of angels and humanity. The earth has donned her seamless garment of light and reclaimed her rightful place in the universe. She is now a planet of light. With infinite gratitude, our omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent Father, Mother, God respond. How magnificent you are, beloved sons and daughters. Welcome home. I now return my consciousness to the room. I become aware of my physical body, and I allow this vision and the full momentum of eternal peace and divine gratitude to be assimilated on my holy breath into my physical, etheric, mental, and emotional bodies. And so it is. Dear ones, thank you so very, very much for joining with us today. This is the beginning of an unprecedented transfiguration that's being accelerated beyond anything we ever even imagined was possible. Please remember that you are powerful beyond your knowing, and anything that is surfacing in the outer world that is not based in love is destined to be transmuted back into light and cannot exist on the new earth that has now been God victoriously co-created in the realms of cause. God bless you. And everything that comes up that seems confusing or scary or fearful, just hold that in your heart, knowing, as you would a battered child that needs to be loved free because they don't know any better. God bless you. And thank you, Kristen, so much for this gift that you've given to humanity. It is life transforming. And Mother Earth is elated.
Oh, thank you
I,
so much, Patricia.
you're, you're welcome. Let me just for 1 second also send our love and gratitude to our beloved Adi and her group in Prague that is anchoring this light for us and expanding this whole activity of light. God bless you and God bless everyone.
Blessings to all.